Jingi, hello. My name's Mykaela Saunders. I am a Kuri, Guri and Lebanese writer, Darug descendant who belongs to the Tweed Guri community, and I'm the author of Always Will Be, Stories of Guri Sovereignty from the Futures of the Tweed. So this is a book that I wrote from 2017 to 2021 as part of my Doctor of Arts project at the University of Sydney. It's a short story collection. All of the stories are set in the community I belong to, where I grew up, in the Tweed, which is Bundjalung country, Minjabul Ngunnawal country. And all of the stories are set in the future, but they're all set in different versions of the future. As much as I'm reckoning with, future scenarios of climate and politics, I'm also, in all of the stories, exploring what Guri sovereignty might look like, how it might be expressed, how it might be suppressed in all of these different worlds. Some of the stories are set in a very near future. They might be on our doorstep already. And some of the stories are set a lot further into the future. And so this short story collection, my debut book, has been longlisted for the Stella Prize for 2025, and I'm absolutely stoked. Very surprised. I'm still pinching myself. I know the Stella means a lot, to literature. I began writing in 2017, and ever since I've try to get a handle on all the various awards and the accolades that are around in this colony. And I know that the Stella is a great one, and some of my dear friends and colleagues have been shortlisted, longlisted, and even won this prize. So I'm really honoured to be in that, pantheon now. When I began writing this book in 2017, my life was very different to what it is now. At the time, I was a full-time student. I was living in my van so that I didn't have to pay rent, so I could focus on my studies. I'd never written a short story before or speculative fiction. I'd never been published. So it was a really steep and lovely learning curve. And writing these stories taught me how to write fiction, taught me how to write speculative fiction. And I was able to do that in the few years that I was doing my doctorate at Sydney Uni. I had wonderful supervisors, Pete Minter and Vanessa Berry, and I took a few workshop classes with Fiona McFarlane and Beth Yarp. And, by being left to my own devices and being able to consult with these amazing teachers and writers, I was able to learn quite a lot about the craft of fiction. And all of that, all of my, experiments and thinking about fiction and the future are in this book. This is where I exercised all my fears and hopes about the future. It's where I was able to, think about ways that my community might live, give or take a few tweaks of reality, whether they, really sinister kind of political scenarios or even really difficult climate change scenarios, which, let's face it, the last few years we've seen so many of them.